We are on our way back to Rio Dulce, Guatemala from our trip to the end of the lake to do the last preparations to be able to leave the country.
See how much that drips? That is not good. When I open it up, water will come in the boat. Yes and no, I should have done it when the boat was out of the water, but I didn't know it was leaking. So normally you should just loosen it up and slide it back, and it's just, I think it's probably not been open for, I don't know, 20-30 years. It's so tight.
It's corroded.
It's corroded. I don't want to break it because then we do have a problem. So then I cannot use the engine and then water comes in the boat. So we tighten it up and it stopped leaking, and apparently once in a while you have to tighten this up. And I'm pretty sure it hasn't been done for the last 20 years on this boat.
We didn't have to tighten it up too much. It was just like a turn.
Yeah.
So nothing, you know, we didn't crank down on it or anything.
I actually thought this was going to be a massive big. I saw a lot of ghosts, but in the end it was actually quite alright.
Well, it was pretty scary. We couldn't get the nut apart for a while.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for your help.
Anytime.
4 years ago I crewed on other people's boats across the Pacific Ocean and learned the basics of sailing. After I had to stop building my cabin in Spain last year, I decided to return back to the ocean.
Since recently we have our own small boat in Guatemala, it turned out to be a bit more of a lemon than expected, and we are now transforming the boat into lemonade.
Or limonada.
And step by step we are getting closer to sail the Caribbean and eventually the rest of the world together. We are back at Carlos the Welder again, looking for something we can make a table with, since I am not able to like decently cut my vegetables or something in the kitchen, and I don't know, it would really be nice and more safe if we have a table or something like that. Also, there are so many stuff here, so we will probably find some other treasures. Let's look for it.
I see so many things that I want to have, but do I really need them? Like this stove over here. I want a gimbal stove, but this one's actually pretty big for our boat, I think. Like self-tailing winches would be nice. Like, where next will I find them for a decent price? But then again, do I really need them in like the last week of departuring?
Yes.
A bigger gas bottle would be nice. I don't know. Let's just check around and first look for the things we actually came for.
Oh no, I was stepped in dog shit. Oh no.
I want to buy this one, but there's it doesn't fit right now because there's some kind of screw in that needs to be tightened. And that thing over there, I need a second dinghy mount. It's old, but at least temporarily it will help me. So I bought it for 35 bucks. He couldn't fix it, he said. He also didn't even try. So the valve inside you can actually twist. Tighter and less tight. I know it is not the right key. It is connected. This bottle's about half the size, at least bigger than the other one. So I hear it's not that easy to get fuel and gas when you're cruising the Caribbean. So now we have enough to go for some time. So the second dinghy mount is on. I don't know if I'm doing this all correct, but it's a start to begin with, and then we'll see from there whatever works and what doesn't. At least the dinghy engine won't fall off the boat. That's the most important thing. We're gonna try out the mount. Luckily it's a light engine, so you can just lift it up. I just have a not drop it in the water. The only thing I'm worried about is if it's going to fit next to the stove. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, now we have 3 engines.
3?
Yep.
Alright, 1 for the boat, 2 for the...
Good morning. For breakfast we're having oatmeal today with some baked apples and cinnamon. I think This is the best filling breakfast there is. And you?
I am enjoying my morning coffee and enjoying the view over here. I've been here for a few days. Oh, we've been here a lot actually, and you know, you get used to it. And sometimes I have to remind myself where I am and how beautiful it is.
Yeah, it feels like home here actually, because we were going back from the trip we just did, and when we arrived back here I felt like, oh, we're home. Last time I baked some plantains with it, but we don't have them right now, so it's just a really simple breakfast, but really tasty, healthy and filling.
Thank you. It is filter buying time.
You been from motorbike?
Huh?
I've never been here.
Well, it's your first time buying filters and belts. I have oil for the engine, 2 spark plugs for my 2-stroke engine, 3 drive belts, 2 diesel filters and 3 diesel filters and 3 oil filters. I have a problem with my drive belt. I'm sorry, it is very loud here. Every 20 hours or so the belt just stretches a lot. It has to run against something, but I don't see what it runs against to. So when the belt breaks, you cannot use the engine, and the other shop only had 3, so we're gonna buy a few more. I now have 6 of them. Well, I guess better too much and not enough, right? This is like the 3rd belt I put on in the last 3 months. All this black stuff here, and all that black stuff there, it's all rubbed off the belt. I noticed that the oil filter that I installed a while ago is actually bigger, wider than the new ones I bought, and that little bit of width might actually be where the belt was touching. There was this pressure knob behind the water pump. It was touching the V-belt. I don't know why. Maybe one day they changed the fresh water pump where the impeller is. Anyway, I'm taking the knob off and make it a little bit shorter. On a big boat you have probably a bench. I don't, so I have to do it like this. So I got it off, but now there is obviously a hole in that, so I'm gonna use some epoxy and fill that up. Okay, so I eliminated 3 potential causes of this belt to wear out 1,000 times faster than it should. Number 1 is that nipple that was behind here that was touching it. Number 2 is this bolt here that holds the alternator was turned around, so the screw thread was sticking out here, and obviously the screw thread is sticking out wider than the bolt. No idea why they done it like that, but yeah, I don't know. And number 3 was the wider oil filter, so that should solve my problem. I actually like working on engines. It's kind of satisfying when you do something and after that it works. I also think it's a miracle that we as humans actually invented the engine. The only thing I don't like is, you know, when there's like a heavy time constraint, or when there are like these things that are like really hard and painful to get to, but for the rest, it's kind of fun. What are we making?
Chili con vegan carne. So I cheated a little bit today and I pre-cut the vegetables a couple of days ago. So I have less work today. I like that. Mise en place, you call that. This is onion with jalapeno peppers.
The tomato paste, and what else?
Cumin powder, some fajita seasoning. I like it. I don't know, I just do it following my gut feeling and tasting it. And if I miss something, I just add some more of it. Some cinnamon is nice. Yeah. Paprika. the canned tomatoes were sold out in the store, so I cut them a couple of days ago and I just added some apple cider vinegar and garlic. I soaked black beans for 8 hours and I added them, some corn. This is a bag. I was looking for passata. It's just plain tomato sauce, but they just don't have it here, so I don't really like prefab tomato sauce, honestly, but to like fabricate it. A bit of red wine is never a bad choice. And I added the soya meat, but my cameraman was not paying attention, so it's already in a pan. Parsley for some color, and I don't like cilantro. Et voila, chili con vegan carne. It's just a vegan recipe actually, high protein, so that's always good. I wanted to make guacamole, but my avocado was rotten, so that was not gonna happen today.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
It is leaking over here and it looks really tight, so you wouldn't say so, but it is leaking a lot. This is eating chocolate. This is day 5 of clouds and rain.
I told Huub it was a bad idea to fix the dinghy today because a lot of rain is voorspelled. Now it's gonna rain and we are peeped.
This weather has been frustrating the last days. Cannot get anything done.
So this is the end result of my dinghy repair. Looks better on camera than in real life, I can tell you. This is what Huub did. I've spent the whole day working on it and he did it in
15 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll see which one will fail first.
I have no patience.
No patience.
I'm fixing a leak in our raw water pump. I wasn't planning to film this, but I want to show you why it's important that hoses are clamped really well. So this is the hose that I just took off of the left tap, but here where I am now is about where my water line is. So when I turn it around, water will just keep coming out because this is below the water line, so it will never stop. So if one of the hoses comes off, it will just keep pushing water in the boat. That's why it's really important everything below the water line to have fixed really well. Like this cooking pan half full of water is from what, like 30 seconds or something? Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
This is the first time that a boat in this area stopped with us to sell vegetables, and it was actually really cheap, and someone is happy.
Tofu! Oh my god, I dropped it almost in 1 hour.
Almost no tofu. I just brought away my laundry over here and we were too lazy to walk further, so Dirkje is over there holding the fort. Now I have to go through the left boat to get into ours. So, why are we looking at these mattresses?
Okay. Our current mattresses are so thin, and there are wooden pieces between it. So we basically sleep on wood right now, and it's really uncomfortable. And we made a quote for new mattresses, but it was $500. Now we're looking for other options.
And these two here, this is 220 quetzales each, so two of them would be $50. We just went back in the soaking rain because
I thought I forgot to close the window in the bedroom, but I closed it. And now we are soaked.
For nothing. At least the new mattresses have plastic around them. So we're gonna try it out, whether we either have to cut the mattresses when they lie like this or like this. So I tried it out. That middle piece is exactly at my butt. So am I gonna be uncomfortable at my butt or take the non-cuddly move? Let's take the cuddly position. I'll be uncomfortable at my butt. You're smaller, your butt is higher than mine, so it's not you.
Mine is just here.
You're the perfect size for this boat.
I'm never coming out of this bed anymore.
Doing some measurements over here. You go, girl. See the master at work.
I am walking into my grandmother's steps. But I don't like it. Deep respect for her. Alright, I'm done and it fits. I am exhausted.
Now we have a gigantic mega bed and no more pain because we're lying on top of the wood. Woohoo! Great job to Dirkja.
Wow, look at this full moon. It's so beautiful. Sad that I can't show you on a camera how beautiful it really looks in real life.
Brian and Anne, you've seen them a lot in the videos. Brian has helped me a lot with technical stuff. They're leaving now for
Roatan and Panama, and we're really gonna miss them.
and we're gonna wave them goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Huub and Dirkja. We'll see you out there.
Bye, baby.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
And that's how it goes in the sailing community. Off they go.
Our whole storage unit is also sorted and clean again. These are also all nicely organized.
Dirkja has never sailed on the ocean before, but she just did an impression of how it's going to be to eat cornflakes on a boat. How will it be? No, you're just going to be heeled over in one direction. Before we leave, I want to take apart this winch because it's a little bit, well now it's loose, but
It's ancient.
it is ancient, but there's a bit of movement here, so, and it's an important winch. It's for the main, so I just want to take it apart, put some new fat on it. Clean it with acetone, and now I'm gonna put some grease around it and then put it back. So a while ago we did the one on that side over there, so now I did that one and I thought What the heck? Let's also do that one. Then I got them all. We just went to a marine swap and Dirkje has found
A life sling!
for
if you fall overboard, I can
save.
save you. Yeah,
How expensive was it?
10 euros.
Yeah, about 12 bucks.
And I really wanted one because I feel more safe with it. And now I feel like a real cruise boat, and especially with this one.
Nets for vegetables, nice.
Yes, I wanted to make one myself, but I didn't have time for it anymore.
This boat consists out of 99% reused parts from other boats. That's how everything on this boat was on another boat before. So I think that's pretty cool. It's a recycled boat.
Sustainable.
Sustainable. Well, if this ain't a cruising boat now, then I don't know it anymore.
Yeah.
We're taking off all the lines of the boat. This is the jib sheet, because over the years they get a bit stiff. We're going to put them in a fabric softener. I'm just going to put some fabric softener in a bucket, and this can soak overnight. The last thing I need for maintenance are these two impellers. They're actually pretty expensive, 40 bucks each. Second stop is Lorena to get some wood paint. One of these. We have filters for the water filter, duct tape with my sail brakes, wood paint, and a dinghy pump. Nicely sanded. And here, nicely painted. Good job, babe. There's one thing I didn't tell you guys yet, so it was kind of a surprise for the next video, is that so we're planning to go to Isla Mujeres, which is a 3-day sail, quite a difficult sail because right now are the northerlies, and yeah, if you get in them, it's, you know, and this boat has not been to the ocean in 20 years, so I had help from a good friend of mine from the United States who was supposed to land tomorrow, and then today he was, oh yeah, he's supposed to land today, but he's supposed to be here by bus tomorrow, and yesterday he did a race on with sailboats, and a mast broke of the race boat, and he fell in the water and he broke a bunch of things, which is just very sad to hear, and I wish him,
Painful.
yeah, I wish him a really a good recovery. For us, it just means now that
Change.
well, I think we have to, or we don't have to, but then we should go to Roatan first, which is Honduras, which is a lot closer by. Oh man, it's just, oh well, take it as it goes. Yeah, and then we're gonna make a small change, because after doing research, it's very hard in like the first part of the Caribbean to find boat parts, and on the other part, like if you get closer to Puerto Rico and further towards Trinidad, it's a lot easier, but that takes time, and we have electric issues, so then it's wiser here to upgrade our solar array first.
Yeah, well, we haven't had sun for almost a week, so, and now we have
Not use the fridge. So.
not used the fridge. It's like we don't have enough power for it. So.
I believe that things are happening for a reason, so
Yeah.
we'll see you next time.